Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I'm Cece.
I'm Dammy.
And we're glad to have y'all today. Today is Thursday, the 10th of December, 2020, and this is episode 425. I don't know, that just feels monumental for some reason. Multiples of 5, I guess. I don't know. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love y'all. To all returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Okay.
So, and do we have anything? If you've been watching my my Vlogmas videos, Flossmas videos, you know that we had a leak in our house. In the kitchen / dining room. So that has been what has been on our plates almost all week, is dealing with a leak. Thankfully, they fixed it. And they're having to do sheetrock, and they're going to have to replace the floor, but they can't do that until the COVID restrictions are lifted, because they can't put flooring in an occupied apartment. So we must wait for flooring. Okay, that's the only thing that I think that's happened in our lives this week.
Okay.
So, let's go ahead and get started.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
What's on your needles, Dammy?
Something I've done nothing on since last week. This is a hat based on Bella's hat from Twilight Eclipse. For my friend Hallie. The pattern is Twilight Eclipse Bella's Slouchy Striped Toque by Amy Thiessen, but the pattern is no longer available, but the designer has said if you still have a PDF of it, you can share it with other people who want it.
So if people want it, they should contact you.
Yeah, it's on US 7's 4.5 millimeter needles, and I've not started using the US 8s yet. And the yarn I'm using so far is Debbie Bliss Donegal Tweed Aran in the Forest colorway. This is a dark green. I've not used any of the oatmeal yet.
Okay. You're going to work on it now, though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I have 2 things on my needles, as I did last week. First up, in my Elvis, My Favorite Murder tote bag by Alexandra Brott, and Elvis is sick. So, if you put some good thoughts for Elvis. He's rather elderly. I want to say he's like 16, 17, 18 years old. So, my Nanny Swemo fail. My Nanny Swemo 2020 Sinister Cardigan. The pattern is the Sinister Cardigan by Marna Gilligan of Ankatian Biag. I'm on US 2 2.75 mil needles, and the yarn is Soundview Fiber Mill 100% Shetland fingering in the CC's pink, charcoal black, and natural colorways. And I think I was working on the sleeve last week, so oops. Woo, here we go. So here's the cardigan. So what I'm finishing up right now is the second sleeve. I have, I'm counting. I think I have about 25 more rows. Probably somewhere between 25 and 30 more rows. I think like 12 of them are color work. To make it match the other sleeve, which is here somewhere, to have the inverse cats on it. So, it's not a difficult color work. And my buttons still have not arrived, and I'm very sad. They're coming from the UK, so that is probably the problem. I know they've been shipped, but they're not here yet. So, hopefully soon. Hopefully very soon. I will get those buttons. And then the other thing that I'm working on is in my project bag from Nerdbird Makery. And as always, all of this is linked up in the show notes. I am knitting the cat vent cowl, also by Marna Gilligan of Ankatian Biag. I'm on US 2.5 3 mil needles, and I'm using yarn from the Ankatian Dub 4-ply wool darkness advent calendar, also from Ankatian Biag. So, let's see, we recorded last week. It would have been the 3rd
Yes.
Okay. But I had not put it in the clue for the third. So the clue for the third is these cat sickles. The fourth was the cats are here. The fifth was the lateral braid. The sixth, seventh, and eighth were the tabby stripes set. And the lateral braid was on the 8th. And then yesterday was little boopable cat noses. Aren't they cute? And then I wound up the yarn for today. Here's, this color green is hard to...
It's spring green.
It's more of a spring green, but it's got grays in it. I didn't realize it until I was winding it. So today will be another lateral braid. So I will put that in this afternoon after we get done with the podcast and everything. So I'm keeping up with the clues on that every day. Yeah, and really enjoying doing it. And I cannot wait till it's finished so I can wear it. Oh, I was going to look. I can't remember if it has... Apologies for the crinkling. 24 or 25 days worth of clues. 24 days. Although you could do the finishing, probably it depends on it on timing, either on the 24th or the 25th, because the 24th you have a 4-row color work and then another lateral braid, and then you've got to do you've got to graft it. So it just depends on how time is going that day, with it being Christmas Eve, whether I will finish it up on Christmas Eve or I'll do the final part on Christmas Day. So we will see how that goes. But the last yarn is the 24th. Or the last clue is the 24th. I'm trying to put this back in.
Why don't you put it back when we're done? Because this is the last project you
It
have on your
is.
needles.
It is the last project I have on my needles. There it went and slid in. There we go. So that is what I'm working on. I had hoped to have my cardigan done for y'all today. Like I said, we had a leak. It's just thrown a wrench in lots of things. So I'm hoping that maybe like another 2 days of knitting will get it done. So if I can get into the color work tonight, that will be good. And then hopefully finish it up tomorrow. I've woven in all the ends so far except for this final sleeve. So, and then it needs to be soaked and blocked. And then hopefully the buttons will come soon. So, all right. Well, I do have some FOs today. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
Yes. So I have 2. So I'm trying to get caught up on preemie hats now before the end of the year so that I can finish with 52 finished preemie hats for the year. So this is number 44. Both of these, well, I could just show you both of them at the same time. 44 and 45. So they are both from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on our website.
JavaPearlDesigns.com.
Yes. I use US 6's 4mm needles. This one is out of Karen Simply Soft in the Gray Heather colorway and Brene Softy Baby in the Princess Pebbles colorway.
What's the pom-pom?
Well, that's the thing. So I made 2 pom-poms ahead of time and then knit the yarns wrong. So the pom-pom is this.
Okay.
So this one is Brene Cotton Tots in the Strawberry colorway and Brene Softy Baby in the Pink Rainbow colorway. So see, that's there. Because I think what I had planned to do was gray with the rainbow and then Princess Pebbles with the pink, and I messed up. So it's fine. It's fine. So 44, 45. So I need 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So I need 7 more. And there's 3 Sundays left in the month. So I'm going to have to do 3 on one Sunday. But I have to finish my Nanny Swemo sweater, hopefully before time to knit preemie hats again. So that's what I finished this week, was 2 more preemie hats. So that is everything that I finished this week. So hopefully next week I will have my Nanny Swemo sweater to show you all finished. So, all right, well, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube.
I don't have anything.
Dammy is recovering from school. That's not till next segment.
But it says floss.
It does say floss. In my project bag from Tilting Planet, I have Baba Black Sheep
Have you anymore?
by the Prairie Schooler. The pattern was a gift from Michelle Bindi Stitchy. I'm stitching it on 18 count Ada dyed pink by Erin the 2 Martini Stitcher. Last time I showed you this, which was last week, this is where I was at. I tried to get it out and it doesn't want to come out. There we go. And now I am here.
Bah!
So, I finished the sheep's head. This all happened on Stitch With Me on Sunday. I finished the sheep's head. I did the ties on the wool bags, and I've stitched Baba.
Baba?
So, next, I will, on Sunday when I do Stitch With Me, I'll stitch black sheep, and then I have the gray to fill in on the sheep. And then it'll be done. It'll be done. I'm hoping once I finish my Nanny Swemo sweater that I can then pick back up your birthday cross stitch. I'm going to wait till the first of the year to restart Edinburgh Castle. So that, not to restart it, like I'm not ripping it out, to start up again stitching. Continue stitching on it and try to finish your birthday cross stitch. And I also need to cast on birthday socks for my bestie Katie's youngest son, Izzy.
How old is he gonna be? Too old?
Too old. Let's see. Was he born in
8?
Was he born in 2015?
I thought it was 14. No, it can't have been 14.
No, 26.
Was it 2016? Can't it be 2016?
I think
He's not 4 right now. We're good friends.
No, because his birthday is in January, so he would be 2016, 17, 18, 19. No.
But he's not 4 right now.
No, it must have been 2015. Do I have the year on my calendar?
6 or 7. One of those is correct.
Let's see if I have the actual year on my calendar. Izzy, there he is. 2015.
So he's going to be 7. I was going to say he's not 4 right
18,
now.
19.
6. 6.
He's going to be 6. He was born in January 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. So he's 5 right now. He'll be 6 in January.
Time isn't real?
Time is not real at all. At all. Confusion everywhere. Now I feel like to sing the Monk theme song.
No. It's copyrighted. You only had one project to talk about, and it went on for 4 minutes.
Well, that's because I was telling them my plan of starting back, continuing to work on your birthday cross stitch. That's the only thing I've worked on this week for cross stitch. Hopefully, I will be able to have Dammy's cross stitch out for y'all for next week. There is cross stitch content in Yummies, so you should definitely stay tuned because look at this.
It says floss.
Look at this. And now I want to buy 57 more of them because you can totally wear headband with short hair. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Dammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So I showed you already in on the needles the yarn from the On Katian Biag advent calendar, but I realized I didn't show you the extras that had come that were like open anytime, as well as I got a badge this week with one of the mini skeins. Yeah. So we got this adorable cat in space print.
A cat-stronaut, if you will.
Oh, it's a cat. You know what?
Cat-stronaut. Noah Does he still like space? Is this like what we were talking about with my favorite murder this morning? With like the sister liked black cats.
Yes. But I'll text Katie because this would be so cute to send to Noah and Izzy.
I wonder if their cats have taken control of the solar system I made for him.
This said open me anytime, and so I opened it when it arrived. So I think I showed y'all. But so there's this really cute space stitch marker. This badge came in the open anytime, and then this badge, which is a little different, came with one of the mini skeins this week. Look, Dammy, you're a catstronaut. The reflection.
Sick.
So there's that. So those are the extras that came thus far. I think there probably will be some more extras at some point through there. But yeah, so there's that. And then the Black Needle Society, the nice list. I'm loving the scratch off card thing. Okay, so on the 4th, because I showed y'all the 3rd last week, on the 4th came this candle that I've been waiting to burn until I showed y'all. This is from Wick Wish Candle Co. It says, you made the nice list. Burn this candle to set the Christmas mood. It's orange spice, evergreen, and clove. And I am very sensitive to smell, and this one I can handle. So, there's that. On the 5th, I'm trying to hide what I have attached to it, because we haven't talked about it yet, came these scissors.
Embroidery scissors.
This was sourced by Black Needle Society because you can never have too many scissors, especially a rainbow metal pair. And I'm really glad they put this protector on because these things are sharp.
I think that's a crane rather than a stork.
Oh, well, it's a stork, it's a crane, we don't know. It's a bird. They're scissors. On the 6th came, also sourced by Black Needle Society, this Keep Warm and Drink Cocoa pillow form cover. Cuddle up with your stitching and this cozy seasonal throw pillow cover. So I've got to get a pillow that fits that. I kind of want to pull, I've got some other, at least one pillow cover in the storage closet, as well as some things that I was going to make pillow covers out of. Mm-hmm. So I need to see, because it's cheaper to buy a bulk quantity of pillow forms. Like
pillows!
Like on Amazon, they have like sets, well, I know they have like sets of 4 at least. So.
There can never be too many pillows.
No, there cannot. On the 7th, I've been waiting to wear these. Oh, just sweet baby. Her so sleepy.
No, I'm pouting because I want to wear them.
You can't have my socks. These also were sourced by Black Needle Society. Don't let the frost bite your toes while you stitch. Let these reindeer socks keep you warm. I love them. They're so squishy. So squishy. And then on the 8th, this was actually made by one of the ladies from Black Needle Society. She made all of them.
Oh.
This beautiful scissor fob. Handmade scissor fob to use throughout the winter season. So it's these blue and white, like snowflake-esque beads with the snowflake charm in the bottom. So I put them on my new scissors. And now I can use them. And then yesterday came this beauty from Fable Bands. Keep your hair in check with this exclusive headband while putting in your stitches. And it's this like faux twist knot. I wore it all day yesterday. And now I have it on today. I think I look better with headbands when they're covering my ears. Versus it being like this. What do you think? This or this? I like it covering my ears. But I went to their shop, Fable Bands. This is the care instructions. And like want to buy them all. And so you know how on Instagram every day I've been putting in my stories the what I open every day for the advent calendars, and I tagged Fable Bands in that post, and they totally sent me a message on Instagram and reposted my story, and were so sweet. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. So now I want about 57 more of these. And then today, Also sourced by Black Needle Society. Wondering if that fabric is the right size for an ornament? Use this tape measure. And it's houses and Christmas trees. Everybody's is different though. Like I was watching Erin Two Martini Stitchers this morning, and I don't think hers have any trees on them. So I think it's just like however the fabric was placed. I think hers have just houses. But it's just a tape measure, which you can never have too many. Scissors.
Tape measures, pillows.
Cats.
Margaritas.
I had a margarita last night.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. After the whole thing with a leak in the kitchen dining room. And it wasn't even a leak from our water. It was from upstairs. We live on the ground floor. 2 floors are above us. Okay, so that's all the way up till the 10th. I know, so they did these 25-day boxes, which is what I got. But they also did 12-day boxes, which start on, what is today, Thursday, Friday, start on Sunday. So the days that have the 25 days exclusive under them are ones that only this box got. And then the other ones came in both boxes except for the last day. The 12-day box doesn't have the 25th as well. So, there we are. We're caught up 10 days in. And lots of amazing things. Just a reminder that stay tuned for the end of the podcast. I'll tell you about my coupon code that I have because I'm a VIP for them. So, okay, I want to show you these. I'd seen them on several other FlossTubes, and I finally messaged the designer because I wanted to make sure it would fit in my planner that I use, which is right here, or not planner, my here in my Love You More Studio Co. Sunflower book sleeve, which is also owned by the same people that do Black Needle Society. So I have one of these Happy Planner Happy Notes notebooks, and I had just like designed for myself, just like to be able to put projects in and circle the days you work on them. Well, the lovely person behind S. Ward Designs on Etsy has about like 5 or 6 different options that you can buy either pre-printed I'm not going to assume, I'm going to say they because I don't know if it's a man or woman or other pronouns, that they will send you pre-printed, like it's on heavier paper. I just printed these on just regular paper. Or you can buy the PDFs. And I had messaged them to ask them the size, and they told me, so it actually prints out double-sided 2 on a page, and then you cut them in half. So the one that I bought is the 2021-2022 tracker. So on this side, it has for you to put your I'm going to use these for both knitting and cross stitch. Project name, designer, fabric, which for knitting, obviously you'll adjust it. Notes, start date, finish date, and number of days. And then it's got the 2021 calendar here where you can either circle or fill in the dates as you work on them. And then it's got 2022 on the back if it's a longer. And then it's also got list of floss and or conversions that you can do. Now, I won't do these for preemie hats. For preemie hats, what I've been doing since I started doing it this way after the whole Ravelry debacle is I just have a page in here where I put the hat number, the date, and what yarn I used. And then also in here I have, remind me when we talk about the Ravel to talk about that. I have just where I have made a list of everything I finished this year. So with the preemie hats that I finished on Sunday, I finished 81 projects so far this year. Sorry, my magnet, I've got a magnet bookmark and it was making it top heavy. So I just made a list, and this has both knitting and cross stitch projects that I finished on there. So these will fit in here. They're a little smaller. I have one of the Happy Planner punches, so that I can punch paper. So I want to show them like the difference in size, of these pages. So you can see the pages are a little bit smaller, but it's fine. It's fine. So I printed, I don't know, like maybe 20 pages worth of them, and I need to cut it in half, so that'll be like 40 projects, and put it in there. They also have, I mean, like I said, they have lots of different ones. They have ones for BAPs, which are big projects, big where it had like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years of dates on it, if you need that. But what I've done for my Edinburgh Castle is I started it like this, and then I'll just print out 2021 calendar, and that way I can keep adding it on that one page. Is what I'm gonna do. So, okay, we received from the lovely Alexa and Emily, sorry, my brain just went, over at Tin Can Knits, oops, I hit the wrong button. Shoot. Okay. They have 2 new patterns that have just released, and we're going to put pictures of both of them up on the screen. They are, their sister, patterns. Embers, is the sweater. It's a simple graphic yoke.
They're both called Embers. There's a hat and a sweater.
Yes. Ember sweater, Ember's hat. So the sweater pattern is fingering weight, and it goes from 0 to 6 newborn size all the way up to women's and men's 6XL. And their patterns are amazing. And then the hat pattern is also done in fingering sock weight, and it goes from newborn to adult large size hat. So if you're new to doing color work and you're like wanting to do a color work sweater, it would be great to start with the hat pattern, because you would learn and be able to get familiar with the color work on a smaller project, and then be able to go in and do the sweater. Or you could just match your sweater and your hat or whatever. We are going to talk more about Tin Can Knits patterns later in the episode in Ask the Geeks. But we love their stuffs, and we love their patterns, and every time they have a new release, they send them to us. So thank you so much to them. And I've linked up their website in the show notes, and they are selling
off of Ravelry.
Yeah, I mean, they are on. I think they're still selling on Ravelry as well. But they, if you're unable to use Ravelry or choosing not to use Ravelry because of their lack of accessibility issues, you can buy the patterns and not have to go through Ravelry. Is what I wanted to say. So, Dammy, you had something you wanted to show.
Yeah. So my 3 roommates and I, for our school apartment, we're doing a Secret Santa. And I got the final gift for my person, and I just wanted to show them.
Excuse me.
Because I love them. I got these from Etsy. They are a pair of socks with her dog with a Santa hat.
Her actual dog.
Yeah.
And they will do cats.
They will do any face.
I know. I told Dammy, do I need socks with your face on it? Dammy didn't agree with that, because they said I would be walking on them.
This is the bottom of the foot.
I'd be walking on them. But I think that I need pink pearl socks. Do they have them without Santa hat?
Yes, this was just a special winter one.
Okay. I feel like I need pink pearl socks that will last year round. Although you can wear Christmas socks whenever the heck you want to. No judgment here. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything for Yummies until we do hashtag. They're working again. Hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Dammy?
It is our weekly photo a day challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month. So you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram, and we can do that now. So.
Yes, because Instagram reopened hashtags. So we're still continuing with our kind of winter Christmas holiday theme for this month. So what are we about to show them?
1 photo from us that we liked, and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. Great job, everybody. So if you want to participate in GGK Crafty Pad, you take a look at the prompt for the day. Today's prompt when we're recording is red, the color. You can interpret it however you wish. We're very cheater friendly on that. You take your photo, you post it on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag GGK Crafty Pad, because now that hashtags are working again on Instagram, that's how we find your photos, and yours might get chosen. If you have a private account on Instagram, you need to make sure that Dammy's Doodles is following you, because otherwise we can't see your photos. So message Dammy, they'll follow you, and we'll be able to see your photos. And then yours might get chosen. And we feature it in the podcast, on the show notes, and on social media, and in the Facebook group. So
you may have noticed that I did not include a photo this week. That is because rather than showing a photo, I would encourage you all, I'm reading from the show notes, to take a moment of silence for Brandon Bernard, who is a 40-year-old black man who is scheduled to be executed about an hour and 15 minutes from now as we're recording. He committed a crime in his youth, and the jury that convicted him no longer believes he should be given the death penalty, but he is going to. And so I would encourage you to donate to the Marshall Project, the Equal Justice Initiative, Equal Justice USA, the ACLU, or the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty.
yes, and we have a link in the show notes for you for that.
Yeah, it's a project by the Marshall Project called Next to Die, where you can see in each state that still uses the death penalty, or on federal death row, who is the next person who is going to die.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's no words to say to follow that. So, okay. Well, we're gonna move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to. How dare you!
As soon as Dammy started talking, my nose started itching. Oh, allergies.
I'm not reading anything besides The Glass Scientist, which is webcomic by Sabrina Kuchingo, and my knitting pattern.
Just now.
Because I am tired.
Yes. Okay. But hopefully our viewers are reading at least 15 minutes a day, like I am. What am I referring to?
I feel like we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. You consume everything. You have like 15 books in the show notes for today, and I am just like, I'm too tired.
What am I referring to with I'm looking to see how many books I've read this year.
The October, November, December RAL read along.
I have thus far read 248 books this year. I have finished 248 books this year. My goal was 200. I'm over. Yes, the RAL, read along, RAL. This is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes every day. I don't care what you're reading, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. By participating in the seasonal RAL, you earn entries into the year-long challenge. Beginning of 2021, we will draw for the 3 grand prize bundles that you see on the screen right now. You could be a winner. There are some prizes that are not in the pictures because they're digital, but you know what I mean. All the details are in the show notes. There's an FO thread in the Facebook group where you post and edit the post every day for your reading. Where you comment. You edit your comment, not your post. Oh, sorry, your comment. I apologize. So there are 2 ways to earn bonus entries into the RAL. One of them is if you read all 366 days this year, you get 10 bonus entries.
Forgot this year was a leap year.
That seems like so long ago. The second way is by completing the Modern Mrs. Darcy 2020 reading challenge. I posted a post in the Facebook group for you to comment to tell me what books you read for each of the prompts. You have to read all or none. I mean, that's how you don't earn partial entries. You have to do all the prompts. Excuse me. And if you did that, you'll get 12 bonus entries. So make sure and post there if you have not yet. Okay. Let me tell you what I am reading. I finished listening to A Promised Land by President Barack Obama, and it was amazing. It was so good. I think I mentioned on here, we missed so much of his presidency, either while I was a hospital chaplain or while we were in the UK. So, but this ended the book ended at the end of his first term. So I assume he's writing a second book to talk about his second term. I hope so. It would be amazing. So I finished listening to that. It was long. It was 30 hours long. So it was a long one. For my LGBTQ faith book club, which is for those who identify that way as well as allies, we are currently this month reading Outside the Lines, How Embracing Queerness Will Transform Your Faith by Mihi Kim Court. So I'm enjoying that. I'm about a third of the way through it. So I'm making progress on it. I'm continuing to reread book 5 in the Harry Potter series, The Order of the Phoenix, along with Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast and Swish and Flick and All Potter podcast. This week it was the second half of Snape's Worst Memory. Yeah. So where Harry goes into the pensieve and sees Snape being picked on by his father, Harry's father. And this is, I didn't, I knew this, but I didn't make the connection. This is the first time Harry has seen his parents young. I mean, in the Mirror of Erised, they were adults. So this was the first time he's seen them as his own age. So yeah. Okay, I finished reading I See You by Claire McIntosh. I talked about that in detail on last week's episode. I finished reading All the Beautiful Lies by Peter Swanson. This is a suspense thriller mystery about a college kid who he's about to graduate and his father dies. And they think it's suicide, but it's not. And then there's this whole mess that happens. So I'm not going to spoil it for you. I read The Death of Vivek Oji by
Akweke Emezi.
Yes. It had really, really good reviews and star ratings, and I didn't enjoy it that much. I can't remember what country it is set in.
Nigeria?
I believe so.
That's where they're from.
But it's kind of the story of a kid who dies too young, but there's lots of secrets that are found out after the young person passes away. I read book 17 in the Lucy Kincaid series by Alison Brennan called Cold as Ice. Oh my gosh. This is an FBI agent series, but this book harkened back to the beginning of the series, and Lucy's husband gets arrested for murder, and then all of their family and friends are being framed for different crimes, and it's a mess. It is a mess. Man, it was good. And it's the most recent one written, so there's no more right now.
No. I'm
caught up. I finally caught up on it. I read The Safe Place by Anna Downs. This was creepy as all get out. It's about a young woman who is trying to be an actress and is just not booking enough to make it a career, and so she takes temp jobs, and she ends up taking a position with the boss at her most recent temp administrative assistant job, and she goes to France. This was set in the UK. She goes to, I believe it was France, to live with the husband's wife, or the boss's wife, and daughter. Apparently the daughter has like these health issues and is not able to go to school. And so she moves in and it kind of is like part nanny, part personal assistant, part helping to renovate this big house that they bought, thinking about making it into a bed and breakfast type thing. But everything's not as it seems. And it's creepy. Creepy. And then I just started The Operator by Gretchen Berg, and it's set in like the 50s, and it's this woman who is this telephone operator, and she listens in on a conversation and finds out this secret. And at the point I'm at, it's like, is this person going to spread this secret that could destroy her life? The telephone operator's life, because the secret's about her. And then I started listening to Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. And this is a book about magic. And the author, the author might be too, but the narrator is British, and I love it. But this book is like 33 hours long. So I am listening to this one at 1.75 speed instead of my normal 1.5 speed. The only thing I listen to at 2 times speed is Swish and Flick podcast. So that is everything that I am reading. I have finished reading, am reading, listening to, all of that. Watching. We are watching rewatching the 7th season of Monk and enjoying that. Been watching some House Hunters and House Hunters International, as one does, you know. I finished watching season 3 of The Handmaid's Tale, and I lost my sobbing for the last 25-ish minutes of the final episode of season 3. It's supposed to be back in 2021, but I don't know when. I don't think they've said yet. So I am now waiting. And oh my gosh, was it heart-wrenching. So I decided to start watching The Spanish Princess, which is, as well as The Handmaid's Tale, are not safe for children. There's adult content in both of them. Spanish Princess is put out by Starz, who puts out Outlander. So, but it is Princess Catherine of Aragon. Mm-hmm. That's what story we're dealing with. And the first season is included with your Amazon Prime membership, but it's going away as of the end of the month. So I'm binging. Watching season 4 of The Masked Singer. There was 3 people kicked off, and I don't even remember who they were. Do you remember?
One of them was Chloe Kim, this Olympic snowboarder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And oh, dadgum. And I don't want to look because there was a new episode on last night that I haven't watched yet.
I think it was just it was one of their sing-alongs.
Would you look and make sure before I look it up, or could you tell me who got kicked off? I just don't want to, if you look on Wikipedia, it has it all. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be spoiled, because I have been spoiled in the past. When
next week's finale.
Okay, so I can look and see who got kicked off?
Yes.
Let's see, Wikipedia. My other BFF, alongside IMDb. The Masked Singer American. Current season. But I don't want panelists and hosts. I want
Tori Kelly and Taylor Dane. There you go. That's who was unmasked along with Chloe Kim.
Yes. So yeah. So there, I need to watch the episode that was on last night, even though it was a sing-along. They do clues. They usually do new clues in the episodes like that. We're watching season 3 of Star Trek Discovery. Cat. Dammy informed me that Grudge has a Instagram. Mm-hmm. So now following Grudge on Instagram, because Grudge is the key important person here. Mm-hmm. Watching season 2 of The Mandalorian. Yeah. I was crying, screaming at the TV.
How many more episodes are there?
I think there's only one more episode. Let's consult.
Sickening.
Let's consult IMDb, who is my other BFF. Mandalorian. Episode guide.
Oh no, 2.
2 episodes. So we watched the tragedy. That was what was on last Friday. So tomorrow is chapter 15, and then next week is chapter 16. And it's already been renewed for season 3. Watching season 12 NCIS LA, there was 2 episodes. Deeks is officially, his job has been taken away. And he's too old to go through the NCIS training. I mean, he's like in his 30s.
I'm sorry, I just thought that was funny. He's too old.
Well, he is. I mean, they talked about it.
I didn't watch.
Nell was like, they don't typically accept candidates your age.
I'm sorry, we don't serve seniors here.
And watching season 18 of NCIS, Fornell is in trouble again. Yeah, my phone is blowing up. What is going on? Oh, Black Needle Society information. We have the reps and VIPs have a chat on Instagram. And then listening to my favorite murder podcast. Today's podcast was not a normal podcast. It was, they gave advice.
Oh.
But wait, it was so funny the way they worded it. Hold on. Let me get it here. Other available episodes. They lend their amateur advice to your low stakes problems.
Oh. Like what?
Like
what kind of problems?
Like someone asked about, how do you let other people know it's your birthday without seeming like you're letting other people know it's your birthday. One that was totally creepy was this I believe it was a woman, found a rather unique bowl in her bedroom, and it doesn't belong to her or anyone else who lives in the apartment, and it just randomly appeared.
A unique bowl?
Yeah, like it was like handcrafted, like clay, like...
Is it like a... You say bowl, and I'm like, this is someone's bowl to smoke from.
No, like a bowl.
Okay. Well, that's obviously, mine. Sorry, I left it there.
Because, they had talked about, was it I think, oh gosh, I don't know if this was just something they watched or if it was like a true crime, something, like whether it was real or not, but about this woman coming back to her hotel room and finding another woman in the room, and come to find out she had been living in the bathroom wall. And so then it was creepy about, somebody is like sneaking into their apartment to leave this bowl.
Where'd they find the bowl?
In their bedroom.
In their bedroom, like under the bed or something?
I have no idea.
I want to say maybe just the last person didn't clean out. Occam's razor.
Yeah. So they gave their advice to to these problems.
I'm listening to Kevin Pressure and random Spotify playlists.
I'm also listening to random Spotify playlists as well as my audiobook. So, okay. Well, that was a very long segment and it got very dark very fast. So, let's move on to the next one because people have finished FOs for our owl, and that's awesome.
And now we're going to talk about our December, January, February.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
Do.
Ow.
So, this runs through the 1st of December through the 28th of February. It is for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, spin, stitch, or sew that you can convince us is related to winter. If you can't think of anything, you made it in the winter. There are a couple main rules, like with all our owls. The first is that no whips are allowed. You can't begin your project before December 1st. You can't finish it after February 21st. And
28th.
28th. Sorry, Pinky's heavy. Mm-hmm. It's a little difficult to breathe.
You're the one that picked her up.
This smells nice.
Okay, what else?
The other main rule is that each project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin must be at least 20 yards. If it's not at least 20 yards, you need to group it in a single comment and thus a single photo in our FO thread, and that will count as one entry. You can feel free to polydip in other owls as long as it fits in with other rules. Google form.
Yes, make sure you fill out our Google form to make sure that if you win a prize, it is something.
Oh.
It is for a craft that you actually do. What crafts do you do, Pink?
I'm crafty.
You are very crafty. Because if you don't fill it out, then you win a prize, you'll just get what you get. We have shipped out 4 of the prizes from the Autumnal Owl. 1 more prize has been claimed. We have not shipped it yet, and 1 prize still has not been claimed. So if you participated in the Autumnal Owl, go back and watch last week's episode.
Yeah. Thank you to our prize donors. You're seeing them on the screen right now. If you want to get closer looks at them, you can go to our show notes, ggkcs.com, or tune into the first podcast of every month where we talk about them in detail. You have to be a member of our Facebook group in order to participate. There's a hashtag if you want to post on social media. GGKCS Winter 2021. The FO post will be locked for comments on the 1st of March, and winners will be drawn for the next podcast. After that, any winners always have 30 days to claim their prize or they forfeit it. There's also a chatter thread in the Facebook group. And people who finished this past week are Jennifer B.H., Sally, Sarah G., Silver, and Tracy.
Great job, everybody. You have over 2.5 months to get your projects done. So you should do that. You should be crafty like Pink and get your projects done. And you might be a winner. What do you want to win? Oh!
Oh, no!
Okay. Well, I think that means it's time to move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeks, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
Yes.
This week's question was originally asked and answered in 2016. It's from Sarah and the large truck outside. And it says, I would really like to try my hand at both lace and cables, not necessarily in the same project. Do you have some suggestions for beginner patterns? I really enjoy working on shawls, so I would love to hear what shawls you might recommend that incorporate lace and or cables.
Well, what I did is I went over to Tin Can Knits, who we talked about earlier, because we love their stuff. And I didn't look just at shawls. I looked at cowls and shawls and wraps. So they have a free pattern called the Gothic Lace Cowl, which I have actually knit before. That is a great beginner lace pattern that can also be made into a scarf if you don't want a cowl.
Beginner lace cowl.
Yeah, there's a typo. It's okay. So that's free on their website. We put a link to their website in the show notes. They also have the Estuary Shawl, which is also free. And it is a lace pattern that is beautiful.
The wrap?
No, it's a shawl.
Oh.
It's a shawl.
Yeah, you said that, and then
So it's a free pattern. They have the 2x2, which is a cowl or a scarf that is satisfying bulky cables, and it's a free pattern.
Chunky.
They have I don't think I even included any of their paid patterns. I'm telling you all these free ones. They have the Belcara, which is a cowl or a scarf that is cables. Cables, and you can button it, and it's a free pattern. And then they also have, I just pulled up the Simple Collection, which is their free Learn to Knit Patterns collection. It's 12 free patterns, including 3 sweaters, that you can learn all kinds of techniques, and they have got amazing tutorials. I also put a link to our shawls, cowls, wraps part of our website. So, my favorite Murder Mystery Wrap has cables and lace, both I believe, in it. Nothing is Lost Sassenach, Only Changed Wrap has lace. Brackett's Landing Cowl has cables. That's just texture, right?
I couldn't tell you.
My mouse just died.
Cool.
Some of these I can't remember. It's been too long. It's Always Been Forever for Me. Sassenach shawl has lace.
Best Things Shawlette has an Estonian cable in it.
Yes. Flat White Wrap is lace. I'm in Love with an 18th Century Scotsman cowl is got cables. Wibbly Wobbly Cally Wally has cables.
Coffee date shawl has lace. That's it.
So that's just a few of options that you might be able to do. Some of those are more complex. Like, for example, I'm in love with the 18th century Scotsman cowl. That's a fairly complex cable. And lace. Oh, it's cables and lace. Because it has the thistle lace in between the thistle cables.
That's what it is. I made it when I was 16. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I designed it and then Dammy knit the sample. So, but I would highly recommend starting with some of the Tin Can Knits freebies. And their tutorials are amazing. So whenever anybody asks for like beginner patterns or learning to knit a new technique pattern, my first thing is Tin Can Knits. Check out what they have. And they've just revamped their entire website. Mm-hmm. So that is really awesome.
Free call.
Yes, it's just a typo. It's all right. Okay, well, thanks for the question, Sarah. I hope that is helpful. I hope between 2016 and now that you have maybe tackled lace and cables. But if you haven't, or if you're new to knitting and want to tackle lace and cables, whether together or separately, hopefully those patterns will be some good suggestions for you. Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
You can post it in our Ask the Geeks thread in our Facebook group, or put it in the YouTube comments.
Yes. All right, let's move on to the next segment. Well, with that, we're to the end of the show. Yay! Okay, announcement time. Vlogmas/Flossmas, whatever you want to call it, is going on over on our YouTube channel. Every day I'm recording a video. You get to see the Advent cross stitch that I did last year. You get to see it day by day. You get to see me open up the Advent boxes. You get to see my progress on my Catvent cowl and random other things, and usually pink is in there somewhere, as well as we are doing random acts of kindness over on my Instagram, cc_JavaPearl. Every day I post, you comment on that post with what single pattern of ours you'd like to win. Random number generator picks a winner. I email it to you. And then the last 3 days of the month, we'll be doing a big ebook giveaway. Mm-hmm. Yes. As well as we are doing a sale in our Etsy shop all month long. You can get, the card is over here, I'm reading it. You can get 20% off all of the single patterns in our Etsy shop with the coupon code, all capital letters, Vlogmas 2020. We love
popular.
We love so much spam phone calls. No.
They know I'm on Do Not Disturb, and so they called twice. So
yes, that is how my Stitch With Me got interrupted on Sunday.
Yay.
So watch Vlogmas only on our YouTube channel. I'm not uploading it to Apple Podcasts. You have to go to YouTube to watch it. Random act of kindness every day on my Instagram. Etsy sale all month long. Christmas karaoke is going on, so after the credits, you'll get another song from Dammy, Pink Pearl, and I. So stay tuned till after the credits. As I mentioned earlier, I am a Black Needle Society VIP. That means you can use the code, all capital letters, JavaPearl number 5, for a discount on your first box of a box-to-box subscription. The 6 and 12-month boxes already have a discount built in. It's not valid on special edition boxes. All the details in the show notes, along with everything else we talk about. We'd like to say a big thank you. We love y'all so much, to everyone who supports the podcast, no matter how it is you do it. But especially big thank you to those who support financially, because it does cost money to do a podcast. For example, all the prizes that we have shipped out this week, as well as when we have to get new technology things and the like. There are now 5 ways you can support us financially. The first 2 are Patreon and YouTube Join, which are both ways that you can support your favorite creatives and earn rewards or perks. I did Patreon rewards this week. Mm-hmm. And YouTube Join rewards this week. Excuse me. In the midst of the leak in the kitchen. Dammy, if somebody wants to know more about either of those, where should they go?
Patreon.com/GGKCS, or click the join button under any of our YouTube videos.
Yes. What is another way, Dammy?
We have a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you'd like to make a one-time donation.
We are bookshop.org affiliates. If you shop in our shop on bookshop.org, we will earn a commission, as well as local independent bookstores will earn money from your purchase. Every week we create a list on Bookshop of all the books that we're talking about that week. So, but you don't have to buy just from those lists. You can buy anything from our bookshop. And we are Amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our website first, click on the appropriate Amazon link in the sidebar or at the bottom of the show notes. Do your shopping as normal. We'll earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support us by doing something you would be doing anyway. Dammy, where can they find us online?
You can find us at GGKCS.com. There you can find everywhere else we are online. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, etc.
And tell them how to join our Facebook group.
Answer the 3 questions. Pink is the name of our cat. Cece is the mama. And scroll to the bottom of the rules and check agree.
Yes. That is a way that you participate in all of our alongs and our read along and all those things like that. Okay. Well, we're going to say goodbye. We hope you have a great weekend ahead. I'll be back with you every day this month with the Vlogmas episodes. I'll be back on Monday with Stitch With Me and a new episode next Friday. Until then, please, please, please wear your masks. Some of the graphics I've seen of how many deaths is just mind-boggling because people will not wear their masks. Wear your masks. Be safe. Protect yourself as well as those that you love and people that you may not even know. Turn on the that thing we were just talking about on our phones.
This is for Washington State. I don't know if it's in all other states.
I don't know if it's in all states, but a lot. I think every state is trying to get it in to play in if they haven't already.
Yes, if you have Apple, I think there's a way to do it for Android too, but I'm not sure.
I think you have to download the app for Android.
So go to Settings, General Exposure, Notifications.
So settings, we're in settings. You scroll down here under general and do exposure notifications.
And please
turn them on.
A diagnosis if you test positive.
Yeah, so I don't want to click this because it'll turn it off. But this is where you share your COVID diagnosis. So I had availability alerts turned on until it just got activated not too long ago here in Washington State. But if you don't have it for your state, if you turn on the availability alerts, it'll let you know when it is available. So do that. Help make it where if you are exposed, you can find out, or if you get sick, people who have been exposed can find out. So please do that. And we hope you have a great holiday days this month. With all the winter holidays that are happening, or if you don't celebrate any of them, happy winter. So, until next time, we'll say goodbye, happy crafting, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. She looks so upset. Poor baby. Her had a bad seizure yesterday. Yeah, you did. You're okay now. You're just very sleepy.
You're fogging up my glasses, Pinky.
You're very sleepy, aren't you, love? Yeah.
You'll go back to sleep.
Okay. Say Merry Christmas, peoples. Okay, bye-bye.